Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this lecture, and in this lecture I am going to talk about heat island effect. This is the part 2 of that topic. In the part 1 I have talked about the concept, types and causes of heat island effect. Now in this lecture I will talk about the consequences and preventive measures of heat island effect. Thus the content will be consequences of heat island effect and preventive measures of heat island effect. Now let's start with consequences of urban heat island effect. Actually that effect affects the urban areas and it remain confined to the specific areas. It do not exert global climatic effects. Besides affecting the certain locality, it produces significant impacts in the environment. It affects the living organisms as well as the non-living components of the environment. Here are some ways which we are going to discuss in detail, that how this effect affects the air quality, water quality, how it will affects the human health, how it affects animals, how it affects local weather and climate, how it may lead to increase in the power consumption in the urban areas. Effects on air quality. Now this urban heat island effect affects the quality of the air of urban areas badly. Actually urban heat island effect की वजह से the temperature of the urban areas rises. और समर सीजन में क्या होता है कि जब ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर राइज हो जाता है तो इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी की डिमांड भी बढ़ जाती है, बिकॉज पीपल ज़्यादा क्या यूज़ करते हैं, एयर कंडीशनर्स, एंड ड्यू टू दैट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अगर सप्लाई ज़्यादा होगी, एंड एज वी ऑल नो दैट कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन जो पावर प्लांट्स होते हैं ये जनरली किसके ऊपर डिपेंड होते हैं, फॉसिल फ्यूल्स पे, एंड व्हेन फॉसिल फ्यूल्स बर्न होते हैं तो काफ़ी सारे पोल्यूटेंट्स एमिट होते हैं. दीज पोल्यूटेंट्स मे बी ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ सल्फर, नाइट्रोजन, कार्बन, particulate matters, heavy metals, and when these pollutants are added up into the atmosphere, they badly affect the air quality of the urban areas. Besides that, some of these gaseous pollutants may produce global warming and thus raise the temperature to more, even more than that of urban heat island effect. And in this way this also adds up heat into the environment. These atmospheric pollutants are very much harmful to the human health, and these may lead to the production of ground level ozone, or we can say that smoke. That smoke generally produced when the nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds react with each other, and may produce fine particulate matters, and these gaseous pollutants like nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides may also lead to acid rain, and these greenhouse gases may cause global warming and all that. In this way gaseous pollutants, particulate matter, heavy metals, acid rain, global warming, these all badly affect the air quality of the urban areas, and these all problems produced due to the urban heat island effect. This urban heat island effect also impair the water quality of the urban regions. Actually, the high surface temperature of the urban areas heat up the runaway water, and when that runaway water get enter into the water bodies like streams, rivers, ponds and lakes, then It causes thermal pollution of the water, and due to the rise in temperature of the water, the dissolved oxygen in the water becomes low, and due and this affects the aquatic life. It may affect the metabolism and reproduction of the aquatic organisms also. And due to the decrease in oxygen content in the water, ultimately may lead to the death of the aquatic organisms. Effect on human health. Urban heat island effect increases the daytime temperatures, reduce the nighttime cooling, increases the air pollution, and all these factors ultimately affect the human health. It can cause heat cramps and exhaustion in human beings, and in more severe conditions it may produce heat stroke, which can lead to organ dysfunctioning, damage of the organs, may lead to respiratory distress syndrome, and in severe conditions it may cause mortality. It can also produce respiratory problems such as asthma. It can increase the spread of vector-borne diseases. It can cause childhood obesity, may produce discomfort. This effect also poses risk to the persons having health issues like depression, dementia, Parkinson's disease, etc. Effects on animals. Urban heat island effect also affects the animals. There are many species of animals are there whose essential activities, their metabolism, reproduction, that all depends upon the temperatures. And when due to urban heat island effect, the temperature of the cities rises, it badly affects these animals, their essential activities. It may also lead to the death of many animals. Besides that, this urban heat island effect also affects the availability of food, shelter and water to the animals, and thus affects their survival. Sometimes the temperature of the cities rises to a level that attracts the wild species to the cities. That is also a very adverse effect of that high temperature. Besides that, urban heat island effect also affect the process of natural selection. Sometimes a number of insect species may increase in the urban areas than in the rural areas. That is also due to the high temperature, and that high temperature is favorable for these insect species, and that is just right for their survival. Effects on local weather and climate. Urban heat island effect affects the local weather or climate of the urban areas. Elevated temperatures ultimately leads to various effects. It changes the local wind patterns, leads to the formation of fog, clouds, change the precipitation rate of water, and also affects the level of humidity in the atmosphere. And ultimately, these all factors stimulate the thunderstorms. Besides that, high temperature also creates low pressure area in the atmosphere, and so cool air enters from high pressure area to these low pressure areas and induces the formation of more clouds and rain. These changes ultimately exert effects on the growing seasons and thus affects the growth of plants and crops. Increase in power consumption. This urban heat island effect also increase the electricity consumption in the urban areas, especially in the summer season, because people use more and more air conditioners for compensating the heat that has been generated due to that urban heat island effect. And it has been estimated that to compensate that effect, for every zero point 0.6 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, increases the electricity consumption by about 1.5 to 2%. And if we see the overall increase in the electricity consumption, that may reach to 5 to 10% due to heat island effect. Now let's talk about some preventive measures of heat island effect. As now we all know that heat island effect exerts its negative impacts on the living organisms as well as on the non-living components of the environment. It produces a threat to the local climate of the urban areas, and so that effect must be reduced, and there are several ways by which that can be reduced or its effect can be reversed. Now first one is by using or by installing green roofs. Now as we know that the dark coloration of the rooftops generally absorb more and more sun radiations, and these sun radiations heat up the buildings. So one of the solution to it is installing the green roofs. Green roof means the roof that comprises plants and vegetation, and as vegetation plants produce cooling effect by the transpiration, and these also prevent the building roof from absorbing more and more heat. These green roofs cools the air and thus reverse the urban heat island effect to a great extent. Now the next very simple method by which that effect can be reduced is to paint the buildings with light colors. As we know that dark colors absorb more and more sun radiations and produce heating effect. When we paint the buildings with light colors, these can reduce the absorption of heat. And sometimes people do not like light colors, so in that case low reflectivity coatings can be used as an alternative, because these low reflectivity coatings do not sacrifice with the dark color of the buildings, but relatively they reflect more and more light. And another way is we can also use coatings on the asphalt, and its examples are asphalt chip seals and immersion seal coats. These can also make the asphalt surfaces more reflective, and thus these ways can reduce the urban heat island effect. Now the another best way is forestry programs. Forestry programs should be initiated more and more in the urban areas. Under these programs, common people are encouraged to plant more and more trees on the barren land. And these collection of trees or the forests, artificial forests, have aesthetic value, and also these fulfill the need of wood of the people of urban areas. So and vegetation also produces cooling effect in the air of urban areas, and thus exerts a reverse impact on the urban heat island effect. Now the next is planting trees in cities. Now this is also the same thing. Instead of planting so many trees at the same location, but here planting trees can be done within the urban areas at different places and also around the cities. Different practices can be used like open space planting, street trees, curbside planting and all that. Ultimately that all vegetation, that all trees produce shade, cool the air by transpiration. These absorb carbon dioxide, release oxygen, freshen up the air and ultimately leads to the reduction of urban heat island effect. Another way is green parking lots. That means in the parking areas also greenery should be set up and the vegetation or the trees in the parking areas also produce evaporative cooling and thus reduce the urban heat island effect to a great extent. Now next is roof sprinkling. Sprinkling of roof with water also produce cooling effect because that water when evaporates it increases the moisture in the air and thus produce cooling effect. Next is heat reduction policies and rules. All the environmental protection policies that have been framed should be implemented, such as Clean Air Act, low carbon fuel standards, uses of renewable energy, clean car rule standards and all that. These all factors may lead to reduction in the production of anthropogenic factors that ultimately lead to urban heat island effect. Next is the most important, that is the awareness. All should be aware about the consequences of the urban heat island effect. So all should contribute in lowering that effect. All should plant more and more trees. Thank you.